Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the easiest and best way you can set up a free texting service for your church or your group. This is by far one of the simplest things you can do to keep in contact with more people. Let's get to it. The first step you need to do is to sign up for a Twitter account. Now for many of you, you probably already have done this, but I know that there are many churches and groups that still don't have a Twitter account. Head over to twitter.com and just walk through the registration process and then come back to this and we'll get started. Now I can hear some of you thinking now that, oh man, I don't even use Twitter. I'm not sure that my people are going to use Twitter. And let me just say that doesn't really matter. All they have to have is a cell phone and a texting plan. And how this works, we use Twitter's back-end system to push out text messages to your group. All right, so before we go too far into the details of communicating with your people, what they need to do, let's talk about it from a 10,000-foot level. Now, what's going to happen is that you as the leader, or maybe one of your volunteers, is going to post updates to Twitter that you want to go out through your text messaging service. Now, one example of how that might work, if you live in the Midwest, or maybe even in the northern part of the U.S., during the wintertime, many churches have to cancel for severe weather, for snow and ice. And so one idea of something that you could do would just be to create a single account that would just be Faith Weather or Faith Weather Updates or something like that, that your people could opt into if they want to receive a text message when you cancel church. Now, I wouldn't just limit it to just that. You could have one for a youth ministry or a student ministry, or even just a church-wide news blast if you want to do that kind of thing. I would encourage you to be creative. Don't do a bunch of them at once. I would say start with one thing and then build out from there, and we'll walk you through that in the next step. Now that we've talked about it at the 10,000-foot level, let's talk about what your people need to do to sign up to get your text messages. Okay, so let's use a real-world example of how this would work. So I'm going to just text START to 40404, and I'm going to get a response back from Twitter saying, "Thank you for joining Twitter." And then step 2 is to text the word follow and the account that you want to follow. So for me, if you wanted to follow me and see everything that I put out on Twitter, you would type follow at the symbol, John Sherrill, and then hit send. And then from then on, anytime I send out a tweet, you're going to get a text on your cell phone. Now, I wouldn't recommend that, frankly, for me because of how I tweet. But if you set up a church account, or if you set up just a weather account, or just a youth account, or a children's account, it really won't be that much. All right, now that we've got all that set up, something to keep in mind is that you really don't want to annoy the people that you're sending messages to. So if you have an account that you post to 3 or 4 times a day, make sure that's not the account that you're putting out there for people to follow. Most people don't want to get more than a few texts a week from their church or their organization. So just something to keep in mind, you really don't want to annoy your audience, you want to help serve your audience. So keep that in mind and make sure that you're putting out content that adds value. Let's recap. All you need to do to get this going is sign up for a Twitter account that you want people to receive text messages from. And then number 2, communicate to your people how they can sign up. And that's very easy to do. I forgot to mention earlier, we have a form on our website that you can download, put your logo on it, put a few extra words in there, and just print it and give it to your people. It's a 2-step process, should be very simple. And then number 3, post your messages to Twitter, and that's it. You've got a free texting service that you can use for your entire church or group, or even many different groups. Thanks for watching this. If you have any more questions, make sure to follow us on Twitter or Facebook, or connect with us on the website.